Hello, everyone. Long time no see. I see you all chatting in the comments. That's great to see everyone. So, as normal, please let me know if you're seeing and hearing me okay before I get started. It's been a hot minute since I've gone live. So, make sure everything is doing its job. So, good morning, everyone. Hello, joining from Maryland. That's great to see. And Jen from Michigan. Wonderful. Hi, everyone. And Andrea, thanks for joining. I see Beth in the comments. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. It's been a little while, but almost exactly a month since I have done a live. Back to the live jitters. And I want to make sure everything looks good and sounds good before I get started on anything. So, hello, Barbara. And New Brunswick. Wonderful. And Rita, great to see you here. Seeing you and hearing you. Great. Good to hear. Look and sound great. Thanks, Beth. I'm so sorry, Beth. Once again, I forgot to message Beth and let her know I was going live, but Beth will be in the comments answering any questions along the way. She's going to keep a supply list for me because I'm sure there's going to be things I need to add to my supply list. So, and Altenew is joining us today. So that should give you a hint about what my live is going to be about today. I'm going to be doing some crafting with Altenew projects today. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I believe it's Mitzi in the comments there. So she will also be able to answer any questions for you regarding Altenew products. And I do have a fun little surprise for you guys, courtesy of Altenew. So, good morning, everyone. I'm so glad you're joining me. All right. So, now that everything is working, yeah, it's been a hot minute. It's just a lot. Let's just say that there's been a lot happening personally, health, family, everything. Just wasn't able to keep up with everything, honestly. So I'm glad to be back. Things are settling down. My daughter is home for spring break. So that's exciting to have her in the house, home from college. And yeah, I'm going to be creating with an Altenew Craft Your Life kit today. So now, just kind of some quick housekeeping. I do have a general supply list down in the video description of some basic products that I know I'm going to be using. I will update the full supply list after my live is done and kind of catch my breath a little bit. And I do have a special offer for you today. So let me pop up that graphic really quick. If I can find where I put it. There. All right. So I am going to be using this today. This is a small angled blending brush, not the flat blending brush. It is an angled blending brush. And so from today, March 25th through the 27th, you have an exclusive offer to get this free angled blending brush with the code that is provided there on the screen. I also typed it out in the video description so you can get this for free with orders of $49 or more. Just go in, add it to your cart. Once you hit the $49, enter the code and you will get that for free. So again, that'll be in the supply list as well. I'm going to use this today. So we're going to test these bad boys out and see how they work. And again, that's only through March 27th. So thank you to Altenew for providing that for me. That was wonderful of them. Any other housekeeping? I'm sure I'll think of it as I go. But looks like everything is working. Everyone's joining. I gave you guys some time to kind of pop in. And thank you guys for patiently waiting. I do like the lives. I like kind of just creative play. And that's what I'm going to do today is just creative play. I don't know if I'm going to create a full finished card, but I want to play. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now let's pop to I do have something I wanted to talk to you. Let's see if I can do it on screen here. So somebody had emailed me. They had seen my stories, I don't know, a day or two ago. I got an OLO marker tower and they wanted to know about my OLO marker tower and how I'm using it. So I'm going to show you that really quick. Let me grab it. Let's see if I can do this front facing. I think it'll be better front facing. Okay, so the OLO marker tower, let me see here. I'm sitting down today instead of standing up. Looks like this. Okay. And this is how I have it right now. It's on a turntable. So it spins. Now, yeah, you can kind of see it spins there. The way I am doing my tower is, let's see, how do I explain this? Okay. When I first signed up to get OLO markers is when they were kind of first releasing them. So I pre-ordered. I had a special deal, so I was able to get actually a lot of markers. And so here are the OLO markers, okay? They split in half. So you can have 2 different colors on one marker. This one, because I had a special deal, it is the same color marker. So this one happens to be the R0.4. So I have R0.4 on both ends. Or there is an attachment if you just want it to be like a pencil. They designed it so that you could put maybe R0.3 on one side, R0.4 on the other. That's not how I'm going to do it, but that's how they're kind of, I think their tower was designed to be like, so that I can slide my marker in and you could just spin your tower to get one or the other. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm probably not going to really turn it. So I just have my markers like this for right now. Kind of color coded. It doesn't fit all of my markers. So I did order another one from Tailored Expressions. She has a teal version and I'm hoping that fits all my markers. I didn't count, but I'm not going to spin it because I don't really need to. It's the same number on both ends, if that makes sense. So I can't remember her name, but for whoever was asking about that this morning, that's how I'm doing mine. It's just the same color all on one marker, keeping it, you know, just in that order. And then once I get my additional tower, I'll be able to add more. So I hope that answers her question from this morning. I'll set that back. And I did provide links because I knew I was going to show those to answer her question. So I did provide links down below for the OLO marker. I think their white one should be coming into stock soon. They have a black one available, and then Taylor's teal OLO marker storage is in stock. So I did actually want to test something really quick. Hold on. Because I have Altenew markers too. I wanted to see if they fit. Not quite. So that was something I probably should have tried ahead of time, but I just wanted to see if they fit. Okay, so now on to card making, shall we? Since I already just babbled for 10 minutes. Now let me switch down to my screen, straighten out my mat a little bit. Not upside down, am I? No. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Rhonda. And Barbara has a lot. I do have a lot of OLO markers. I do. And I do really like them. But I also really like Altenew's artist markers too. So if you've ever been on the fence with Altenew's artist markers, I do really like them. And especially for flowers, because they're the curation of them are really, I think, geared, in my opinion, they're geared towards flowers. So I really do love the Altenew ones too. So if you ever want to just try a set, maybe pick up a few from Altenew or maybe a pack and give those a try. Those are really great as well. So I should probably dig out this set. The Craft Your Life, right? Yeah. I'm going to use the Flower Arch. I haven't stamped this yet. It is a gorgeous. So I really wanted to play with this today. So let's dig this out. Sorry for all the crinkling noise. And we are going to stamp out the floral image. So this is a large one, and these beautiful, I love these strip sentiments. So there is a coordinating die. We even have some vertical sentiments in here too. I didn't notice that. You also have coordinating dies for some small, medium, and large sentiments in there, plus for that large floral arch. So that is a really pretty set. Are Altenew and OLO markers refillable like Copic? So Altenew, I will let Mitzi answer that. And OLO markers, So theirs is not necessarily refillable. It's replacing the cartridge. So inside of this is an actual cartridge. You would just, once it's empty, chuck that, put in your new one, you're done. You don't have to squeeze any ink or anything like that. And then, like I said, I'll let Mitzi answer the Altenew question because I think they are, but I haven't had to do anything yet, so I didn't worry about it. Okay. When you get the Craft Your Life kits, so the Craft Your Life and the Build-A-Garden are some of my favorite sets from Altenew. And in the Craft Your Life, you get an embossing folder, you get coordinating stencils, you get your stamp set and a die set. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at that embossing folder. It is just great. It is so pretty. I just have a thing for doorways right now. Isn't it funny how we kind of go, through phases on what we're excited about? And nibs are replaceable too. Thank you, Mitzi. Okay. So let's see if this will fit my cardstock. Ooh, that'll be a tight fit, but I think we'll get it. So I'm going to use my Stampwheel 2.0. I'm going to tuck my cardstock down in that bottom corner because I'm going to do my usual stamping trick when I do my stencils. So I always want that down in the bottom corner. Now this is a big one, so I got to be kind of careful and gentle. I don't want to stretch out my stamp. So I'm just kind of carefully peeling back the acetate. Ooh, this is a big one. Could probably almost get 2 cards out of this. Okay. Get that to fit. And this is just Hammermill cardstock that is cut to 5.5 by 8.5, which is why I always grab for the 2.0 stamp wheel because it fits my larger cardstock. So we'll get that on there nice. It is a huge floral, yes. And on our top plate, there is kind of this hole cut out at the bottom. And I always make sure mine points down at the top or down at the bottom there. Pick that up, flip that over. I haven't used this yet, so I want to condition it. What did I do with my eraser? I don't know. Now, there's different ways you can condition your stamp set. You can just rub your hand over it. You can go over it with like a clear embossing ink. Altenew has these stamp conditioners, and I really like this. So I'm just going to kind of rub over the top of this. It's going to remove any excess residue from when it was manufactured. And it's just going to help us get a better impression the first time stamping. And I don't know, something is really loud outside right now. I wonder if you guys can hear that. It's like a helicopter, I think. Holy cow, that is definitely, that was like a low flying airplane. That was really loud. Then I'm just going to go over the top and kind of wipe that down. Clean that up really good. And then I'm just going to rub my hand over it because I don't want my stamp wet when I stamp it for the first time. So how's everyone doing? It's been so long since I talked to you guys. So long. Dalton was sick for like 3 weeks. He just had an awful, it was just really a cold, but his cough lasted so long. He was so congested, was not sleeping well. He's finally back to himself. Okay, so I am inking this up in limestone ink. If you watch any of my videos, I do this almost on every single stenciling project that I do. And I'll flip that over, stamp this down. Aw, thank you, Deborah. Yeah, I missed it. It's kind of fun, just a creative play and talk to people that get it. All right, so that's good enough for me. I don't need it to be perfect because I'm going to restamp over the top later. So I am going to leave this as is. I'm going to pick this up. So I do have my sticky mat down the bottom, and I'm going to keep this so the stamp is facing up so it doesn't stick to that sticky mat. And I'll set this off on the side. I heard that cough really takes a toll and lasts a long time. So there is our stamp design. Hi, Paula. Thanks for joining. Good to see you here. So Altenew always provides this amazing inspiration in their packaging. Oh, so good. So they show you, they give you ideas. I really want to do this. I might just recreate what they have because it's so pretty. And they give you the colors. You can see that. They give you the colors that they used. They show you how to layer it. I always kind of keep this off on the side as just a guide for layering. But for the most part, I figure through it pretty good. I think I'm going to go with this. I think that's really pretty. So what did they use? They have a baby pink, fuchsia, and magenta. So let me dig those out because I did not dig out any ink right now. So 1 second, let me find baby pink, fuchsia, and magenta. What else did they use? I'll just dig everything out right now. Lime, firefly. Where's that one? Firefly, lime. Looks like lime is from a different color family. So lime, firefly, grassfield, and Shadow Creek. Where's lime? Lime. I have limeade. Oh, there's lime. I see lime. Here's lime. See if I remember to fit that in. All right, so yeah, I'll go with that. Oh, look, they used limestone for the brick wall. That's fun. Okay. So now I have that. And, well, wait, how do they have? Yeah, they have it like that too. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my sticky mat. And I have the 9x12 in this zipper pouch bag. I did link this, I think, down below. I had it in a different bag. Altenew sent me one of theirs, which are amazing. I also use these big zipper pouch bags for my cross stitch projects. So I have a lot of zipper bags. This one's pretty well loved. I want to order a new one. All right, so let's get that on screen for you guys. And I just cleaned it before my live, if you can believe that. And place that down. So the sticky mat is going to grab my cardstock, and let's dig out our stencil. I usually just trim off the top because then I don't have to mess with that sticky piece. All right, and the other thing I do right away is I make sure that my stencils are in order because they're all etched here at the top. See the number 1 there? So I'm just going to make sure everything is in order. And probably best to make sure, oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's your stencil for your embossing folder. Also make sure that all of your pieces are popped out. I noticed once or twice that my pieces weren't all the way popped out just from manufacturing. Not a big deal, but definitely something you want to kind of look for so that you don't miss any layering spots. Looks like this one is good. They are the best. I really do like their zipper pouch bags. I really, really do. All right, so a 2 and a 1. So what I'm looking at right here, I don't know if you can quite see it, but there is a little letter there. So that says a 1. Up here is a 2. It's separated by that etched line. So I'm probably going to get my head in the shot here. Just kind of start twisting and turning until you find something that fits. So right about there. Bear with me if it's a little off, because I'm not sticking my head directly over the project. All right, so I think their first color was baby pink. So let's get that. And what brushes should I use today? Let's go with these guys. I think I linked them. I always get confused, the small, medium, large. The only one I really do know is micro because those are pretty tiny. So I'm going to start with the, I don't know, we're going to call it small because I don't know what else to call it. And the baby pink. And I already know what I want to do with the, oh, I should have showed you guys those angled brushes. Okay, I obviously have excess ink on here from something else because this is coming out super dark. It's really pretty, but it's super dark. Really nice color. And normally I really mess around with ink blending and adding, depth and dimension with different layers of colors, but I think I'm just going to stick with straight on stencil today. So, okay, they sent me a couple packs, which I kept in this, this Google cup. I got to tell you about this. My daughter gave me this cup for Christmas one year, and we like to play jokes on each other. So the sneaky little thing, she somehow managed to get this inside of like an extra long sock, like the socks that go up to your knees. She somehow managed to get this in there. It took me forever to get this cup out, but it was so funny. So here are, let's see, one of each. I think they come in a pack of 3 or individual. And hi, Charlene. Well, it's supposed to be baby pink, but I think I have some leftover ink on my blending brush. So it might be baby pink with a twist. All right, so here are the blending brushes that are angled. So notice the difference here. That's got an angle on it versus their other ones that are flat. So see, here's another one with the angle to it. And so the special is for I think it said a small blending brush. Let me pull that back up. Yes, small angled blending brush. Looks like it would be maybe this one. Oops, you can't see me. Looks like it'd maybe be that one, possibly. Otherwise, I think they do sell them in a pack of 3, but my special promotion for you guys today is for one small angled blending brush. So that is a great way to pick them up and experiment with them. Yes. So I know what I want to do with these. So we're going to wait till I get to more towards the end. Okay. So back to this, we're going to lift that up. And this one is A1. Yeah, I started with. Okay, so let's line up at this little guy and get some color on that real quick. Okay. Twisted baby pink. Yep. Okay, Okay, so here is our second layer. So it says a number 2 there. This is a 2. This side is a 3. So let's try and follow numerical order. Twist and turn until I figure it out. Now you guys see how much I futz to get things lined up. Goes super quick when I'm editing a video, but real life, I twist and turn. All right. My head in the way? Yep. Okay, we'll do that. So I'm looking how close I get also to the other stencils if I feel like masking. I don't think I'm gonna. So I'm gonna have this layer and this layer for the flowers. The rest of these looks like leaves. So this will be fuchsia. I'm just gonna use the same blending brush. And I'm getting kind of close there, so I need to kind of be mindful of that and be careful. And I do go both right to left and left to right when I'm blending to make sure I'm covering all the edges of the stencil because stencils have a lip to them. So you want to make sure you're getting all of that. Oh, this is a nice bright pink. She is going to pack a punch. Oh, wow. So that was fuchsia. And then we'll shift this and what is it? Only 2 layers? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, I might go back. Let's see, where does this guy go? Hello, hello. Hold on. If I follow the etched guides, that'd be pretty helpful, huh? Looks like my etchings. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. Okay, also on the stencil, they are providing the etched lines of the flowers around your open areas of the stencil. So, you know, a lot of times I just kind of place it over the flowers and go. Usually I can figure it out pretty good. But right now, I am using those etched lines to line up the flower because I wasn't really sure where it went. So now that I know the direction it's going to go, I have to look at it kind of from the side so I can see where everything fits. Okay, so I think it's going to go like that. Okay. Yeah. And I think I'm going to mask off some of this because it's making me nervous. Hello, everyone. No problem on being late. I am just having a creative play day with some products from Altenew. So our next color, I am going to use magenta. And you know what? I'll just use the same one. I usually like to keep a light one, but I'll just make a different one light. So now we're going to come in and use that really dark color over this last layer of the stencil. Just to get in there. And we'll cross fingers that I lined everything up right. Because, you know, it's live and mistakes almost always happen during a live. Am I getting my head in the way again? I keep getting my head in the way while filming. All right, there's that. Let's see how that looks. Beautiful. Those pinks just pop. Okay. So I think we're done with the flowers. Put my inks back in order so I don't get them all messed up. Yes, these stencils are very user-friendly. B1 and B2. So well, I'm going to move these pinks, or I'm going to stick something right in to that ink on the stencil. Okay, so now we're working on the leaves. I am definitely masking that off. So what did they do there? Whoop, there go my stencils. All right, let's start with lime, maybe, huh? And I already have a brush with some bright green on it, so I'll just use that. Get some lime. Very, very springy, summery colors, which I am absolutely ready for. We had another big, well, I shouldn't say big drop of snow, but we had some really big snowflakes the other day. I was not happy to see that. Okay. And now our bigger set here. Oh, and I have one down here too. I'll find that one out later. Let's get these lined up. Hi, Irma. Glad you're stopping in. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is going to add, oh, I see what they did here. Okay. So let's put lime away and move to Firefly. We'll see how that goes. Now, I do have these centers. I don't want to do the centers in green, so I am going to place that masking, or it's actually Post-it tape over the top because I don't want them green. And let's see, try and get that one and that one and that one. Okay. I'm going to just wipe off some of that lime color a little bit. And we'll come in with Fireflies. So this is also adding some detail to the leaves down here. Let's give this a shot. Some of these areas are getting pretty delicate, so you do want to be careful. You don't want to go too crazy with your blending brush, which is what I tend to do. I get a little aggressive with my blending. You're so ready for autumn in Australia. Well, I will say autumn is my favorite season. That is, I would be ready for autumn. If it lasted longer, I would agree with you. Our autumns don't seem to last very long around here. But I am definitely ready for anything other than cold. Snow is pretty, but only during Christmas. But since my tulips had popped up, I knew we were going to get another dump of snow because that's what always happens. I think, oh my gosh, I need to get some re-inkers, I think, for some of these inks. Hi, Linda. You're right, Carla. You know, my husband and I were just talking about that we definitely don't have the winters like we used to. I mean, we live in Wisconsin and we're definitely known for getting snow in like May. That's happened before, but they definitely are not like they used to. Charlene, I usually get so confused when whoops, where'd that go? Come back. When stencils aren't just a place down and blend. Your vision affects your blending. Well, but that's where I think it helped. Now, I will admit the etching sometimes can be kind of hard to see. I will like kind of actually look at my stencils from an angle, and it depends on how my light is reflecting. That does really help when I'm trying to line up the stencils. But, you know, I mean, you look at what they did here for this stencil. We have 3 different sections on just one piece of the plastic. So they're kind of saving you money that way by being able to have multiple pieces on one stencil. So this is 3 stencils combined into one, essentially. Excuse me, I have a dry throat all of a sudden. And I have a little bit right there I missed. Michelle is from Wisconsin. Welcome, Michelle from Wisconsin. Okay. Now, you know, I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to do the yellow. I'm going to do, I think they did yellow. They did. Oh, they did honey drizzle. Oh, we could do honey drizzle. I was thinking if I did a yellow, it's going to come up kind of orange because I'm over the pink, but honey drizzle might be okay. Where is honey drizzle? I think raw amber would be a nice one too. It's kind of a golden yellow. I need a drink. Oh, excuse me. Really dry. Okay, so this is still that same big portion of the stencil. It just has the centers and the leaves all in one piece here. So I'm going to add my centers. This is honey drizzle. And we'll see how this looks. I might turn them brown just because I think it would look pretty, but we'll see how this looks. Yeah, I think that got it all. So let's take a look. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. You'll be in the upper 80s today, Susan. That sounds fantastic. I'm more of a high 70s girl. You know, I don't want like Spitfire hot, but I do like it to be comfortable. Okay, we can get rid of this one. And oh gosh, you guys, that's so pretty. Altenew does just an amazing job, don't they? Gosh, I just love their stuff. And it's so funny because I was telling my husband last night, I'm like, I got a plan for my live. Oops, I probably should have did this one first, but oh well. Because see, this piece is layering over the top, so I really should have did this solid one first, but I've done that quite a few times before. But I was telling my husband last night, I'm like, I got a plan for my live, and then after supper, I was like, nah, I'll wing it. It's Altenew. I know it'll be fine. Like, I'm pretty comfortable. He's like, don't you have to plan for it? Nah, I'm fine. They make it so easy to just grab and go. There, that still works out really pretty. And I'm missing, where is that piece? Oh, that's on another stencil. Okay. And if I suddenly am looking for my stencils, you guys, remind me they fell on the floor. Because I have a feeling I'm going to forget, but I don't want to get up just yet. And now we have, what is that for? We'll figure it out. Kind of how I say everything. I'll just figure it out as I go. Pardon my head. Gotta get in here. Line that up. I get super focused when I'm lining up my stencils. So stick that down. And let's see. I think did I use Firefly already? I think I did. So let's move on to Grass Field. I think I have one for that. And actually, I have an idea what I'm going to grab these angled brushes for to show you how I would use them. Or will use them. But we'll get this color on there first. And this one is Grass Fields. Grass Field. And then once I stamp the black outline back on top, it is really going to make everything pop. We have some small areas over here. See, blending is something I just do not rush because it is just one of my favorite things to do. I am taking in the process. So here's what I want to do, or what I would usually do. Let's grab one of these. Let's grab the smaller one maybe. Now I jumped into Shadow Creek. This is a pretty dark color. And I am going to kind of outline that edge. Here, let me zoom in a little bit too. I guess I could have done that a while ago. Come on, zoom. Just want to make sure my camera didn't freak out on you guys. So I'm kind of coming in like the edge of the stencil and just almost giving it an outline. I've done this before. I actually did this in a video and it just looked so cool. You'll understand, I think, once I get it. But the angled brush is really nice too, to kind of help work that. Or if you're getting into some fine areas, you can just literally brush it on. It's so good. Let's go up here. And this is I think this is the smallest one. Let's get that in there. Oh, it gives it such a nice feathered look. So good, you guys. So, so good. And I'm leaving myself a highlight. Yeah, I don't have any. I just got that stencil left. So this is something, just depending on how the stencils layer up is how I would decide if I'm going to do this or not. This is really good for like an outline stamp. Let's just add a little bit of that dark color there since I have it out. Add a little bit to that guy. A little bit there. All right. It's a really cool technique. Okay. Now, I want to show you what I did there. I still have one more stencil to do, but I really want to show you what I did here. Okay. So I did it on the last layer, which is actually a layer that is adding, you know, what do we want to call it? It's just adding another detail layer to our leaves. So right here is a prime example. I added that darker color around the outside edge. And so it left me a highlight area in the center. It did it here too. See, I have that highlight right there. It is a really, really fun technique and something that is easier done with small blending brushes like this, because you can really hone in on the edge of that and stay away from the center to give yourself that highlight area. So it is a gorgeous, gorgeous technique. You could also do that if you just used the main open layer of the stencil like this. So that was the first, now I can't line it up. This was the first main color of your leaves. You could just take a darker shade and go around all of those edges there as well. And same thing with the flowers. So it is a gorgeous technique. If maybe you want to ink blend, you're just not in the mood to do all the layers of the stencils, that is something you can do. And I have one more set here. Where does this one go? Looking at it from the side. to get the etched lines in there. Oh, yeah, I had another layer to add here. Whoops, that's okay. All right, this, I think I'm going to dig out, since I did some outlining with Shadow Creek, I think I'm going to jump to the Mountain Pine. And let's just grab this guy. This is the larger of the angled blending brushes. And add a little bit there. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find the video that I did doing that. It was probably for a video hop with Altenew. But it's a beautiful, beautiful technique. So there is our last layer. So now I'm looking at this. Let's actually go back. Let's play with some of that detail. Oh my gosh. 12:15 already. So let's really emphasize that. Well, at least I'll have a panel created. I tend to always go over. Okay, so let's grab some grass field. And let's just grab this one. The other ones have a pretty dark ink on there. So let's grab this, and I'll kind of do the same thing. Just coming in from that edge. Oh, I forgot I'm like super zoomed in. And just feather that in. Do that over here. And on that side. And, oh, my puppy's having nightmares. I can hear him woofing out there. Okay, got to be careful around those delicate areas. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. So yeah, while I'm kind of blending here, if you guys have any questions for me, happy to answer them. I'm just having a playtime. So I'm adding the detail. Am I still on screen? Yep, make sure it's still in focus. So again, if you are just joining or joined late, I have a basic supply list down in the video description that you can check out. I will update that with the supplies that I'm using today, including the ink colors and the blending brushes. Altenew has generously provided my viewers with a free gift, which is you can get one of these small angled blending brushes free with an order of $49 or more at the Altenew website. You would just need to add that small angled brush to your cart and then enter the code that I have provided down in the video description. A big thank you to Altenew for joining us today and offering that to us. They are a super generous company and wonderful, wonderful people to work with. You can see I get pretty zoned in when I'm doing ink blending. I'm not lined up straight over there, so I won't do that side. But I tend to really get into my blending. It's so noisy outside today. Hoping you guys don't hear half of the cars going through. Picked up a new microphone that's supposed to help kind of block all that background noise. Oh, you guys, that is so good. You have to try this. You absolutely have to try this. Just look at that. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. So good. We could also do it to the flowers. But let's see. Oh, I could have did it down there too. What's down there? Where's my oh, that's this one. Let's do it down here. To this one quick. I'll skip the flowers, but I'll finish off the leaves. And I don't remember what brush I was using. Bonnie. It's very easy. It's very easy to do that. I have to do some shopping there myself. I have filled my cart up once or twice, but I definitely want to get some more of their foam tape. I'm really, really addicted to their thicker or their wider foam tape right now. I use it on practically every single project. I even had bought a spare. I'm buying a spare for my spare. That's how crazy I am with their foam tape. And I don't remember what else I put in my cart, but there were some other things I needed to get. Oh, I think I was picking up some more micro blending brushes. And then some more of these. I like to have lots. Yeah, these pinks are beautiful. They really are. I usually will refer to my swatch book. So I made sure, I think I took some time last week and I was updating my swatches. It had been a while since I had updated them, and I use them almost all the time because it helps me pick out what colors I want to use for my flowers or leaves. Am I in a minty mood? Am I in an aqualicious mood? So I had to take some time last week to update that. It is so noisy. And I have this leaf over here. And then just wait until I stamp that black outline back in. A little bit there. Almost like, it's kind of like painting, but you're not. There was a middle section for those lower leaves, the veins. It was in the other stencil. Oh yeah, I did them. It's just a different, it's not very noticeable. Yeah, no, I did them. I did them in, it was in here. Is this what you're talking about? Is it Texas Yellow Rose? Yeah, I did that in, so the base color for this bottom leaf is in lime. And then I did this layer, the biggest section, in Firefly. So it wasn't very noticeable on the lime. I probably could have gone a little heavier handed, but that's okay. I think this is really going to add something to it. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and get stamping so you guys can see how this is just going to pop. Yeah, it's kind of one of those, you experiment with different colors and see what works and what doesn't. Okay, so let's clean this up. And I gotta pick up those stencils before I forget. Okay, I'll clean those a little bit later. I always have an extra wheel of Altenew foam tape on standby. It's the best. Yes, always have. And I can't believe I have a spare to my spare. I have never done that before. A spare to my spare. Because I love it so much. And that I did not link down below, but I can afterwards because it is one of my favorites. No, that's okay. Texas Yellow Rose. No, I appreciate you pointing that out. I really do. It was just not the best choice, color choice for me, probably is the way to put it. But once I did that, I think this is really going to pop. Just try and get some things put away here a little bit. Pick that up. And I am going to slide this back into my zipper pouch. I like this so much better than, I should zoom out, than the, what is it? The sheets, the sticky sheets that were on top. I can't remember the name. Acetate sheets. And I'm just gonna wipe this up. That is awesome, Annie. It's the buy one, get one free offers. I have 4 rolls of foam tape in back stock. I love it. I love hearing that. Let me just clean this up a little bit. I'm just wiping that down with some rubbing alcohol, which is another thing that I always keep in stock. Oh, you just found me. That's all right. Yeah, I did. Well, I scheduled it this morning. I've kind of had an idea I was going live, but yeah, I didn't plan very well this time. I'm so sorry. Kind of was winging it, and hopefully I can get back into the swing of things again. Let me just move my inks here. And I know I was trying to, oh, question, one sec. How are you storing your Altenew fresh dye inks on the back wall behind you? They look so nice. I need a new storage display. Okay, Melanie, make sure, ask me that as soon as I am done stamping this, and I'll show again and talk about that more. And Rita just ordered some Altenew foam tape and mini blending brushes last week. Yay! That's exciting. So exciting. So I am taking my panel and I'm going to place it back into my stamp wheel exactly as I had it. Hopefully. Let me bop out a little bit more. And then I am going to, oh, no, that's the right way. Always make sure that circle you can't see. This circle is down in that bottom. That's how I always know I'll stamp it in the right position. Now I'm going to grab my, where did I put it? Obsidian ink. Oh, I know what I was going to comment on. Yes, Beth, the parchment paper. I think I've seen people do that, but I really don't have that hard of a time. Excuse me. I don't have a hard of time getting it out of the pouch. And it's probably because mine is pretty well loved. It's not like brand new sticky. So, you know, maybe if it was a brand new mat, I might use the parchment paper, but just right in that zipper pouch bag works perfect for me. And I'm going to flip this over. And is everybody holding their breath? Yep, the Walmart containers. All right, stamp that down nice. Oh, what I was gonna say. Oh, it's so good. It's so, so good. Now check out the leaves. So I went around, I probably could have even gone with a darker color because I'm stamping black over the top. If you wanted to have that no line coloring look, so not stamping the black outline over the top, that technique would be great for that. I could have gone a little bit darker, I think, to really enhance that since I'm stamping with a black line, but I think this is great. I'm going to stamp over there again. It looks like I'm missing some spots there. Good enough for me. I'm cool with that. That's okay, Mary. No problem. This will definitely be available on replay later. I know it's super scary to do it like this. And I did see a comment from somebody saying that they tried this, they went to restamp and it was off. And I know that that is heartbreaking if you really put a lot of time and everything into it. It's definitely something I have learned to do. And so for the most part, I do get it stamped pretty perfect the second time with the ink. The other thing I wanted to kind of point out with this is that, okay, so if you had stamped over this and it didn't match perfect, that is fine. Do not double stamp in black. leave it, because my thought on that is if this was not lined up perfect and let's say had a little bit of a gap, I think personally that that is a really pretty look. To me, that kind of gives it just another like whimsical touch, like you're leaving a highlight area. So if you happen to make a mistake when you are restamping in black ink, you stamp it, let's say it didn't line up, it's off a little bit, leave it, still use it, still die cut it, just don't stamp it twice in black ink to try and fix it. So that is my opinion on that, because it's definitely happened to me. And I just leave it, I just go with it. No one's gonna know that, it wasn't meant to be that way. Okay, so I'm gonna put this away. All right, and I'm a little bit past, and I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I really just kind of wanted to come in and have a creative play with the stencils and those blending brushes. Darn it, still not lined up good. I like I talked about in a live last week with Lydia from Altenew is I like not having the pressure of creating a card. In most cases in videos, people want to see a finished card for the example and inspiration. And yeah, you want a completed card, but in my lives, it's really, I just want to play. So I am just going to leave it as that. I am not going to do anything else with it right now. When I take a picture, I'm honestly just going to take a picture of this. I'm going to leave it as is for now. And after a while, maybe I'll come back and do something with it. But I'm honestly just really happy with how this is right now. So let me see if I can do something here. Nope. Okay. Let's do this. And, I still can't get my camera straight. That's not what I wanted. Where did I go? I'm right there. There it is. That's what I wanted to do. I just got to remember how to take that off. Okay, so questions, my friends. The Altenew inks in the back here. So those are storage containers I think they're at Walmart, and they are just, I think it was like in the like clothes organization area. They are 3 compartments in one container. I think it was meant for like a sock drawer. So they're clear containers, and I flipped it so they're on its side. And then I have some Velcro strips, so it's just like literally tacked to my wall. And it works pretty darn good. um I need to actually go look for some more. Um I don't know if they'll fit though. I'm running out of space. But there was someone who has it. Somebody on the Altenew design team has this really cute cube type of shelving unit that she's got her Altenew inks in. And I forgot to ask her where she got that from because it fit the stack of inks like perfect. But yeah, those are just some like sock storage containers from Walmart, nothing fancy. I don't even know if they still have it there. I haven't looked for them in a while. And I've been trying to find them on Amazon. When I did a quick glance, I wasn't finding what I had. So I just kind of used what was there. Any questions you guys might have? This is the Craft Your Life kit that was just released. What are we in? March? For March. So it is the Flower Art Craft Your Life kit. In case you missed the beginning, you get the stamp, the stencil, coordinating die, embossing folder, and this gorgeous stencil for the embossing folder. I missed that in the beginning. It's just so pretty. That's so pretty. So yeah, you can use the stencil over that embossing folder. So I need to finish taxes today. So that's why I can't really finish playing with it. I gotta get my taxes done. But any questions that you guys might have? So while I'm waiting to see if you guys have any questions for me, again, I will have an updated supply list down below in the video description after the live. The micro bending brush, this cute little guy, the angled blending brush, you can get free with the code that is provided down in the video description. I'll show you that graphic one more time if it'll let me pop it in. Yay, there it is. So a small angled blending brush that you can get for free. Oh, look, it says size, yep, size 5. So I was right. From now until the 27th with an order of $49 or more over at Altenew. So great time if you need to pick up some of that great foam tape I was talking about, maybe a sticky mat or the zipper pouches, things like that. And yeah, great time to kind of stock up. And then you can get one of these free to try out for yourself and try that technique I just showed you because it is really, really pretty. Let's see. What's the main difference between the stamp wheel and the Stampwheel 2.0? Might have to save that one. The size. That is the biggest thing. Well, there's two things. There's the size, because I don't remember the exact dimensions of it, but hold on. Let me, there. The size. The stamp wheel is bigger. All right, the Stampwheel 2.0 is bigger. And if you do larger projects on bigger sheets of cardstock, the side pops out. So those are really the two biggest features that I see on the Stampwheel 2.0. The bigger size is what sold me. That's why I like the Stampwheel 2.0. Is I like that it fits my 5.5 by 8.5. Do I have suggestions with OLO markers and where to start? I've done some coloring videos, and what I would suggest, because I have used OLO markers quite a bit. What I would say is that, like, if you're looking at a floral image, you want to color a flower. So that means you'd need a color for your flower and a color for your leaves. I would start by picking up 3 shades of green and then 3 shades of whatever color you want to color your flower in. Or just pick up the shades of green, but I would say at least 2 to 3 shades. Look at what people are using for their colors and then buy those, because that's going to give you a great range, or it's going to give you a good set of colors to start off of. If you watched a video and somebody used that color combination in the video, you can use that as a reference point to go back to and check it out. So that's where I would say to start if you want to look at the OLOs. Deborah is having issues with the free brush code. So I can't help with that, but Deborah, just make sure that you have $49 in your cart and make sure you add that brush to your cart. It needs to be added to your cart in order to use the code. So maybe try that. And then also, if you're debating on alcohol markers, like I said earlier, I do also really like Altenews. And I know, people are limited. I get it on where to spend their money, but I would say buy like a small pack from Altenew, or maybe a set of 3 markers from OLO here and there to experiment to find out what you like best. Because what I like and what somebody else likes is going to be 2 different things. And I think that OLO has a build your bundle right now. I think they have some new deals where you can build your own marker bundle. So I do suggest, it's like ink pads. You want to test out, 1 or 2 here and there from different companies or different colors to get a feel for what you like and what feels good for you. Added, so it's got to be some. Just make sure you're typing it in correctly on the coupon code part. Do you have any suggestions, Mitzi, on the coupon code? Because she's got enough in there, and I would just say making sure that it's typed in correctly. I hope I typed it up correctly, to be honest. Yeah, there she goes. Maybe I typed it in wrong. Min X ALT 4 fun too. No space in your codes. And if you're still having problems with it, Deborah, I'm sure you could reach out to the Altenew customer service team after the live and they'd be able to assist you too. Oh yeah, spaces. That's true. I get it. After you copy and paste the code. Yep. Before and after. I've done that too. Good point. Do I prefer Olos to Copics? I do. I mean, I still use my Copics because I have them and it's an investment. So I do still use them, but I do reach for the Olos over the Copics. Oh no, it's wrong in the description. So sorry, guys. I will fix that after my live. Yikes. So sorry. So sorry. Yes, I will get that fixed. So the code is wrong in the description. I will fix that after. Graphic doesn't have any. The code I listed. Darn it. Fast fingers. All right, I will get that fixed after the live. All right, guys, if you are catching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. And if you watched me live today, thank you guys for joining me today. I know it's been a while. I'm going to try and go live again next week. It'll probably be earlier in the week. Seems to be a better time for me, but who knows? We'll see. So, questions. Let's see. May I ask why you prefer the Olos? I like the Olos because the ink just flows nice out of the markers. With the Copics, I feel like I'm really, I don't want to say really pushing into the cardstock, but I feel I really have to work them a little harder than the Olos. The Olos, it's their free flow system. It's how their ink is in those cartridges. It just flows nicer, so the ink comes out better. And so I prefer that versus how the Copics have theirs. But like I said, I still use them. It's an investment. I have a lot of Altenew markers that I want to use those some more on some flowers. But I like to experiment. I've been coloring for quite a while now, so I like to experiment with different brands to let you know. I will tell you this, I will never bash a marker. But if I enjoy something, I will share it. And sometimes I don't have a lot of time to share everything that I like, but I can say I do recommend Olos, and I really do like the Altenew markers. Those are, those are the two main alcohol markers that I have. I mean, I have a lot of Copics, so I'll still use them, but the Altenew markers and the Olo markers are on the top of my list. Do you have any tips on using these Zig Clean color markers? Whew. I did recently use those in a video that I can also link down below afterwards. I have just recently dug out my zigs, so I feel like I'm having to learn them all over again because I just kind of stepped back into it. One thing I will say is using your zigs, I find the best result using Bristol Smooth Cardstock. So that would be my most important tip is Bristol Smooth Cardstock. Best place to buy Olos. Oh gosh. Really anywhere. I'd say watch for deals, watch for sales. I know Taylor sells Olos. She's got a few different curated collections on her website, on Tailored Expressions website. Olo has their own website. Check out the prices there. Like I said, right now they are starting to come out with curated sets as well, and Build Your Own Bundle, I think, is one of them. So those are the two for sure I know carry Olos. I think Simon Says Stamp has some, maybe Honeybee. I'm not 100% sure. And yes, so this is, oh, you're not seeing, hold on. Here we go. This is the foam tape that I was talking about before. So it's the wider, but it's not super thick. I can't remember what thickness it is, but it's not super thick. But it is the wider one is what I really love. And then it's kind of got that nice, I don't know, just a general thickness. It's not super thick. So that is the foam. Lots of questions today, guys. I love it. Thank you. You prefer these zigs over the alcohol markers, but some applications it's better to use alcohol. Yeah, I honestly color what I'm in the mood for. All right, guys. So I think I covered all your questions. Think we're good. I appreciate that. I love answering questions. Um, I really do. And maybe sometime we'll just have a big old Q&A. So, love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. I will have everything updated later on. So I will see you hopefully next week. Bye.